The year was 1999, Hong Kong, a busy and exciting city. But underneath all the lights and action, something terrible was hidden. In a normal-looking apartment building, the police found something scary. Inside, a Hello Kitty mermaid doll, a regular toy for a child, but this one held a dark secret. Slowly, the police opened the doll. They gasped. A human skull, rotting, discolored, staring back at them. This wasn't a normal murder. This was the start of the Hello Kitty murder case. Fan Man-yi was young, only 23 years old. She worked at a nightclub, trying to get by in a city that could be both beautiful and mean. Life hadn't been easy for Fan. Abandoned as a child, she wanted love and to belong. But her life took her down a dangerous path. One night she met Chan Man-lok, a low-level gangster, a cruel man who wanted power. Fan's life, already difficult, was about to end in a terrible way. The Triads, a dangerous group of gangsters. Hidden in Hong Kong's shadows, drugs, threats, violence. That's how they worked. Chan Man-lok, although not a powerful gangster, wanted to prove himself. Fan Man-yi, in a moment of desperation, stole from him. A big mistake. One that would cost her everything. Chan and his gang wanted to teach her a lesson. Their revenge would be slow, painful, and unforgettable. Apartment 6F, Granville House, Sim Sha Tsui. It looked normal from the outside, but inside it was a place of torture. The air was filled with the smell of fear, blood, and decay. The walls marked with terrible things. Here, Fan Man-yi would spend her last month alive, forced to endure unimaginable horrors, things that would make even tough detectives sick. Her cries for help disappeared into the cold concrete walls. Day and night became one long, terrible experience. Beatings happened regularly. Cigarettes were put out on her skin. They poured hot oil on her, forced her to eat disgusting things. The details, too awful to talk about, showed how evil people can be. But even though she was in so much pain, Fan Man-yi held on to life. A small spark of defiance in her eyes, a sign of how strong humans can be. But the men hurting her, filled with power and cruelty, weren't finished. Ah Fong, only 14 years old. Tricked by the promise of being part of a group, she got caught up in Chan Man-lok's web of horror. She saw the torture. She helped hurt Fan. The memory of Fan Man-yi's suffering stayed with her. One day, Ah Fong broke down. The guilt, the bad dreams became too much. She told a social worker everything. Her words, shaky but terrifying, led the police to 38 Granville Road, to the horrible discovery that would shock Hong Kong. The trial was a huge news story. The details of the case, printed in every newspaper, shocked everyone in Hong Kong. Chan Man-lok, Leung Shing-cho, Leung Wai-lun. They were charged with manslaughter. They said it was an accident, that Fan Man-yi died during a weird sex game. The jury didn't believe them. They saw the truth in the Hello Kitty doll, in the evidence, in Ah Fong's shaky testimony. All three men were found guilty, sent to prison for life. But could any punishment be enough for what they did? The Hello Kitty murder case left a permanent mark on Hong Kong. It shattered the feeling of safety and showed the darkness hiding beneath the city's bright lights. Parents held their children tighter. People whispered about the case on the streets. The city, once a symbol of hope and success, seemed a little darker. Even today, the case is still talked about. A terrible reminder that monsters aren't always hiding. Sometimes they live among us. The Hello Kitty murder case is more than just a true crime story. It's a scary reminder of how cruel people can be, of how easily life can be taken. It makes us think about the darkness inside all of us, the potential for evil that can come out in certain situations. And it reminds us that even in the biggest and brightest cities, evil can be hiding, waiting for its chance. The Hello Kitty murder case is a story you won't forget. A chilling reminder that sometimes the scariest monsters are human,